In the pre-dawn gloom, where shadows meld with the fading night, I embarked on a walk that would etch itself into my memory, a tale of terror in the vein of Stephen King's darkest imaginings. The streets of our town lay deserted, a ghostly silence enveloping the world as my dog and I wandered, companions in solitude against the creeping chill of early morning. Our routine was a simple one, a path well-trodden, yet on this morning the air felt charged, as if electrified by the anticipation of a storm yet to break. It was then, under the watchful gaze of a waning moon, that we encountered it. A crow perched ominously on the skeletal remains of an old fence, its feathers as black as the void, eyes gleaming with a malevolent intelligence. My dog, usually a beacon of fearless joy, halted, his barks turning into guttural growls, a primal recognition of something ancient and unworldly before us. And in a moment of unexplainable madness, I found myself barking back, a sound foreign and unsettling spilling from my lips as I tried to draw closer to this harbinger of darkness. The crow, undisturbed by our presence, cocked its head, its gaze piercing me, seeing through to the marrow of my bones. It cawed, a sound that seemed not of this earth, echoing off the silent houses like a curse. I felt a chill, deeper than the morning cold, seep into my very soul, as if the bird was not merely a bird, but a sentinel at the gates of some eldritch horror, driven by a mixture of fear and fascination. I stepped forward, my dog's whimpers a stark contrast to the crow's mocking calls. It was then that the world shifted, the air thickening, reality bending at the will of this midnight creature. The crow took flight, its wings beating a rhythm that pulsed like the heartbeat of the night, each flap a drumbeat heralding my descent into madness. As it circled above, a vortex of shadows swirling in its wake, I felt an invisible force grip, my heart squeezing with an intensity that threatened to suffocate. My dog, once a valiant guardian, cowered at my feet, his instincts overwhelmed by the supernatural force emanating from the crow. The bird's eyes, alight with a hellish fire, fixed upon me once more, and in that gaze I saw my doom. It spoke, not in words, but in visions, a torrent of nightmares that flooded my mind, images of death and despair, of worlds beyond our comprehension, where darkness reigned supreme when at last the crow departed, vanishing into the lightening sky. It left behind a silence more oppressive than before, a void where once the comforting sounds of morning had resided. I stood there, shaken to my core, a witness to horrors unseen, marked by the encounter. The walk home was a blur, my mind reeling from the encounter, my dog silent, as if mourning the loss of our once innocent world. The crow, a creature of nightmare, had opened a door to the unknown, and I had peered into the abyss. That morning walk became a tale of terror, a personal horror story in the style of Stephen King, where the ordinary is peeled back to reveal the lurking dread beneath. I had encountered not just a bird, but a manifestation of fear itself, a reminder that the world is filled with shadows, and some are cast by things that should not exist in the light of day.